Hey guys, so today we're going to look at this LNDU. It's model number HK01W. It is a lock that uses AA batteries, and it has several different features that you can use. You can use Apple Home, you can work Alexa, or a Google Assistant. So basically your lock's going to come in this box like this. You will have a welcome kit basically that has instructions in it, a manual, and you will have this to decide if you need to make any adjustments to your door. I don't think we'll have to, because we're going to be removing a lock and replacing it with this one. You'll see here's the spot for your key. So if you want to use the key, it'll also have a touchpad. You'll have to set that up. And here are your different features inside of this. You will have your different bolts. Now, the different pieces that you may or may not need, depending on your door. All these little pieces in here. We will show you how to install it. If you look at the heads on these, the heads all look like they're pretty much the same except for these small ones. So you're going to need two different kind of Phillips head screwdrivers so that you don't strip out your screws. Make sure you use the proper ones. Inside of here will be your other hardware that you will need. And if we look at our screw heads, here's what I'm talking about. When you look at these, your heads are not all exactly the same. You might be able to use a single Phillips screwdriver, but I would suggest making sure you use the right one so you don't round it off. Then you will have the other side of your lock, which will be inside of this. So it will also have a brace that you will need. And you'll look here, you will have your two keys and then your key card. So basically you have the key fabs. You'll be able to use a key to get in. You will be able to use key fabs to get in. You'll be able to use a punch number, and you may even be able to use your thumbprint. And when you look, it's got auto lock. It does have thumbprint. It has an access code. It has a NFC or fab card. It has a key, and also you can use the app. So it has 5 different ways you can use to get in this. So for this lock, you're going to notice right here it says up. So you want this side up. Now you're going to have to determine if you have a wide lock or a thin lock. And the way you do that, you put this in here. If you see, this should be right about in the middle. It is not. So the way you adjust this, you take this unit, you see this piece here, you just twist it. It will extend your lock, and we still have this facing up. So now we put it in, and it's right in the middle where it's supposed to be, so we can lock it into place. So you're right here, you just have 2 screws. That holds everything into place right there. Make sure they're tight. So for the next part, you're going to need your outdoor lock. You're going to notice there's a rubber seal around it. So this should be watertight. And you're going to need a backing plate. And the last piece you will need for this step is 2 A screws. So you're going to slide this through. You'll take the cover off. There's a little cover that goes on the tip here. You will slide this through, and this has to go under. The reason being, because you don't want it to get caught. So you want to try to line this up so that it goes through here. This piece, you'll notice if it's back here, it's straight up and down. You want this to go through, and at the same time feed the other piece under. So you're feeding this through here, this under here, and if you look from the back side, it should fit exactly in that hole. Slide these through, and you're going to make sure these line up with these holes here. That way it goes through. Now if you look at the front, this should be in like this, flush, and straight up and down. Then back here, you're going to take your mounting plate, and you are going to mount it here. This will go through this hole here. This will go through here. Then I'm going to get these 2 screws out, and they will go here and here, and I will tighten them down. So I got these in. I got them started by hand. Then you can either take a screwdriver or a impact or whatever. I don't try to use an impact on these, because if you do, and you can strip the heads out real easy. So I use a traditional screwdriver. I'm going to tighten one side first till it's almost all the way tight, basically snug. Then I'll do the other side, then I'll come back to this side. That way, if it is slightly out, this will draw it back in. Make sure you have the right head screwdriver. This is where I told you might need different heads. This is nice and snug around here. This is now watertight. it was slightly out. That's why I say do one side then the other, and it will drag them, pull it in where you need it. So for the next piece, this is the lock, unlock. So basically I can take this, open it up. This is also where your batteries will go. It takes 8 batteries. And you look right here, you want to make sure this is lined up like this. So for this instance, I'm going to need this like this, straight up and down. And then I can put it in, plug this in at the same time, and I will run screws through here and here and down here. Now for these, you're going to need the D's. There's 2 D's. They'll go in here, and the 1 C that will go down here. So basically we are going to try to slide this in, clip this into place all at once, and then go in with our screws. So this will click into place and latch. It should click. Slowly push it in there and line this up so it goes in like this. Now we will screw it back in. Next, I'm going to do the bottom one, because the bottom one's longer, so I can make sure I've got it latched in. Then I will go up and do the top 2. First I showed you I got my D one in. Then I went up. This you're going to have to try to line it up. So I have a punch. I lined the punch up, and once I got it in, I started the other screw. Now that I got the first screw started, I can start my second screw. Now this one is also blocked by the spring, so you got to be careful that it doesn't fall out of there. Once you got it in, you just tighten it down to where you feel it's snug right there. I don't want to over tighten it because I don't want to strip it. Now, I didn't point out also there is a piece of a sticker back here. You can take the piece off if you choose to make it stick to your door. That's up to you whether or not you want to do that. Tighten down the other side, because all I did was get this side snug, then I tighten this side, then I go back. I always do one side snug. I told you about the different size screwdrivers. I had a trouble getting a screwdriver that would fit, so I had to use a precision piece to get inside of this one to tighten this one down, because the heads are different width. This is a very narrow hole. Now it's nice and tight. So now you got this big open hole. You take E, which is basically just a little rubber cover, and you push it down inside of there to cover it. So the next thing I want to do, I'm going to put the batteries in this and test it before I go any further to make sure I have it hooked up right. So basically, first we're going to unlock it. Unlocked. Told you it's unlocked. Now we're going to lock it. So it is functioning properly. Now we can go ahead and finish putting it together, and then we can go through and set it up. You want to line up your piece here on the top, and then it just pushes down. So if for some reason you want to set this up for pairing mode or set the factory reset, there is a button, the button inside of here. There's a button right here. This button, it's a very tiny button. That is to set it up, or also that'll put it factory reset if you hold it in. It'll also, if you go to use the app and you hold that in, it will pair it. So basically, you'll want to go in and use the QR code or just look it up. It's the LNDU app. You're going to click on that. You'll set a count up. I already have one because I previously had a LNDU. So we're going to be adding a second one. Now, so for the sake of, I just deleted my old one, which I can add it back fairly easy. I just want to show you guys in case you didn't have one. You're just going to click on, it says no device currently. You're going to add a device. Then you're going to go push that button that I previously told you right here. I'm going to push it.
Ready to pair with app.
And it says it's ready to pair. So it's looking it up for me. Please select device to add. We have a smart lock. Where's it at? Next. It's picking it up right there. Now you connect to your internet. There it's going through its process. It's configurator received. Now it's connecting to the network. That's our next step. And after it does that, then setup will be complete. I'm not sure how long this will take. Once it's done, you just close this back down. No need to have that open anymore to hit the set button. You're going to see that it's got its confirm. You just confirm it. Now your lock is set up. You can go on and name it, like if you have a pair of them. Because when I go back through here in a little bit, I've got one in the front door and I got one in the back door. So we're going to have to name. So you're going to see here my lock is at 49% because they were old batteries. If I'm outside and my hands are full or it's raining, I can hold this. And you see it unlocks the door. It's a little slow because these batteries are dying, but it worked. You can set an offline password and password management. Now, if you want to set up your fingerprints, you just basically click on this. No fingerprints enrolled yet, so you want to add one. Plus. So we're going to push add. I'm going to put my wife's name. We're going to duress the fingerprint. Click on yes. You're going to hit confirm, and then it's going to ask you to put your finger on there. So whatever finger you want to use, whether it be this finger, just make sure it's the same finger. You hit confirm, and it's asking for you to put the finger. And as you do this each time, you'll see your percentage goes up.
Please remove your finger and press again.
It's getting a pattern of your finger.
Please remove your finger and press again. Please remove your finger and press again. Please remove your finger and press again.
So it's building a pattern of your finger.
Added successfully. Number 051.
So hers is active. Now if she wants to unlock the door, she just put her finger on there. And there it just unlocked. Now the fingerprint is set up. You do the same thing. You use the app to set up your key fob. You use your app to set up anything that you want done. So if I want to go in and set me up a fingerprint, I just go in here. I type in my name. I push duress fingerprint. And then I hit confirm. And then I'll do my thumb. And as you see, it's building my fingerprint over here. I think it's a total of 6 or 7 times. Now, if I want to go in the door, and my hand, I just go like this, and it unlocks the door. So this is nice. Let's say you're out somewhere, and you don't have your key on you. You can use the fingerprint if you got it set up. You can use your key fob if you have it set up. You can use the app if you don't. But let's say you're out somewhere and your phone lost its signal, or you lost your phone, you can still always have a way to get in the house. And there's also a pass. When you go into password management, you're going to set up whoever it is. I set it up under my name. And then it's going to ask you to put in the code. So you put in the code. You'll see right there it's red. It's locked. This will be dark. If you touch it, it lights it up. Then you'll push in your 4-digit code or 8-digit code. It can go 4 to 8 digits. I punch in my 4-digit code. And there it goes. Now I'm going to change this to an 8-digit code so that it's harder to figure. I just did this setup real easy. So you got a 4-digit code, and you'll hit unlock, or you can hit lock. Really easy to set up. So you'll do most of the setting up you'll do on the app, but it's quick, it's easy. So each person can have their, see my battery's already down to 41%. The batteries have been sitting out for a long time, so I'm going to have to change my batteries. But everything's set up. You'll see it's set up Bluetooth. Connectivity. If I want to open the door with this, I can. If I want to use my thumb, I can. If I want to use the password, I can. If I want to use a key, I can. You can also go in here and set up your card management. That's how you set up your fob cards. So you'll just set up your card, you push plus, you'll hold your key up to it, and it'll set it up as well. Once again, this is the screen I was telling you where it's black. It looks like it has nothing, but if you touch it, there are your numbers. If they stayed on all the time, it'll eat your batteries up very quickly, so it blacks itself out. But they are there if you need them. Now the last two are basically, it's going to be the key. It comes with a key.
Unlocked. Locked.
Just like any other lock. And the last one is the key fob. You'll just go into your account once it's done. You're going to set up card management. Going to add a card. So you just hold this card right here.
Verification failed.
So you got to start enrollment. You hit start enrollment.
Your card. Please swipe your card. Please. Added successfully.
There you go. So basically, you got to make sure you hit, I forgot to hit add one because it won't work. So then now I have, and now our key fob works as well. Right there is where you'll put your key fob. Here's where your finger goes. Here's where your key code. You'll touch this and open it up. As long as it's around this 0, this area here, your key fob will work. Up the top, and so it doesn't seem to. It wants to be in this center area here. Lock it or unlock it. The key fob works for both. Unlock.
Unlock.
Give it a second, because if you try to do it too fast, it won't be able to. It'll lock. You touch that, you'll hear the bloop, and then you'll have the screen there, so you can punch in your code. So it showed you all 5 ways. You got your app, you've got your fingerprint, you've got your passcode, you've got your key fob, you got your key. And you can have unlimited users using it this way as long as everyone is in the system. How to install. The only thing I didn't show was the hardware in the door, because I didn't change the hardware in my frame. I just changed the lock and all the mounting stuff inside. Showed you how to do it. Showed you how to set it up. The app is really user-friendly. It sets up pretty easy. Gives you 5 ways with unlimited users to set this up to use your lock. You can have a 4 to 8 digit passcode depending upon yourself. If you have a kid that's has a hard time remembering, you can set up 4, you can set up 8, whatever you want. Really easy to install. I like this lock. Definitely going to recommend it. We're going to put the link for this in the description. Like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up. And if you want a really cool, easy to set up, easy to install lock with lots of features and lots of ways to get in and out, and you know you can keep control of it, this is a really nice lock.